how far we have come. Many of us take for granted how far we have come and how much we have advanced in our ascension process. It's good to shift our gaze away from the symptoms of ascension and look at our present state of consciousness compared to even a short time ago. I love frequenting the local neighborhood coffee shop. I love sitting alone in a booth, writing in my journal, working on my blog from my tablet and iPhone, enjoying the aroma of freshly brewing coffee and cinnamon buns. I love the feeling of being alone, in my own sacred space, yet I am surrounded by people and life. The scenario mimics how we as ascending masters are beginning to enjoy being here on planet Earth. Being fully ourselves, living alongside other humans, while being joyfully detached from the world. How delicious that place is! We have moved out of giving away our power to an outside God. We have grown bored of talking about these concepts of embodying spirit, and we now want to experience it. To live it. For the most part we have moved past the stage of creating drama outside ourselves, of being in caustic relationships or jobs, of worrying about the disorder in the world, and of trying to change the world. We are more easily able to choose how we want to feel, and we understand that our minds are trying to integrate with our new consciousness. We have learned patience with our mind and our body through this often overwhelming transformational process. We are learning to detach from our own internal drama as we put into practice living alongside our mind. We are living in our human personality, with all its issues, without allowing our darker feelings to rain on our parade. We are learning to give those feelings room to express, but ultimately not identifying with them. Not feeling a need to change them, just as we no longer feel a need to change the world. Another healthy detachment. Yes, it can be boring at times, with no drama being stirred up, not playing victims so much anymore and not so attracted to enjoying the hard road. Yet we know in our hearts, regardless of what feelings may come up, regardless of what conditions we are experiencing in our bodies, that we are moving into something profound. Something more fulfilling than we have ever felt before as a human being. We may have forgotten that we are here as pioneers and leaders of the new consciousness. This transformation from human to divine human can leave us feeling so incredibly vulnerable, that we don't quite buy that we are forerunners. But that is precisely why we are the leaders, up in the front of the line. Most humans are not ready to be so vulnerable. So each of us in our own way, are leaders. We are here to be in service, but in a whole new way. Not in the old way of sacrificing or compromising ourselves. Or from a place of misguided altruism. As we look at the world and all the strife, civil unrest, wars, man's inhumanity to man, we see a belief system playing itself out that says there needs to be a price paid for freedom. We see that these outer battles are but a reflection of the inner ones. People believing they need to protect themselves from an outside force. We on the forefront of ascension know there is no need for such protection. That in fact, the more we try to protect ourselves, the more we invite on the enemy with our frequency of fear. We are discovering that we are safe, have always been, and will always be divinely guided. That we are eternal. That there is never one moment when we are not loved fully and unconditionally by our soul, by our divinity. Our non-physical counterparts, the grand archangels, the ascended masters, forget sometimes the challenge of being in human form, the fears and concerns of having a physical body to contend with. The upkeep alone can leave the most evolved being scratching their head, asking themselves, what have I gotten myself into? There are times we feel that the impossible is being asked of us, to allow a total transformation of every cell in our body in order to accommodate spirit. Make that statement to someone not awake and they will see you as delirious. Let's not underestimate the density of this environment we live in, both the emotional and physical gravity. The pull from mass consciousness, our own old programming and our ancestral download of disease and dysfunction. All of which is changing. Our moving into self-love is bringing up buried energies, both emotionally and physically, that we find ourselves having to move through. Actually, those energies are moving through us with no support from the world around us. But we are doing it. And we are doing amazingly well. We are treading in places most humans are not yet prepared to go into. We can't comfortably share the depths of what we are going through with even those we feel close to, because they have not gotten there yet. So see the place you are at now, and revel in the progress you have made in a short time, this lifetime in this body. Our non-physical friends are in awe of us. They can't believe we have been able to do what we are doing. Embodying spirit in this one lifetime, awakening to our Christ consciousness, and staying here on the planet. We are here as alchemists, moving energies within us, which in turn moves energies in the world around us, opening up potentials and doors for others to walk through. That alone should make you feel a sense of passion for being here. What an incredible adventure you have initiated. You, as a soul being, on a soul level, wanted to experience enlightenment, and didn't want to wait 20 or 30 or 100 more lifetimes to do it. You were clear. You said, this is the lifetime whatever it takes. And do not underestimate your soul's resolve.